Hello, Sarah Breitlander. I'm the co-owner of KRAIN Real Estate here in the Guanacaste region of Costa Rica. So, where are we specifically? Well, today I'm working from home. So we are on Playa Potrero Beach. You can see in the background that's Flamingo with the $50 million Flamingo Marina that is currently under construction. So we thought we'd shoot this video from home today, and you know, part of my goal is to get you down here. If you want to work from home in this scenario, well, that's part of my job. And one of those things that's going to help you, I hope, today is to talk about how to buy a home in Costa Rica. What are your financing options when you're talking about buying a home here? This is the first question I get asked. So let's get started. I'm going to give you the general rule, how that works, and then 3 exceptions to the general rule. So the first rule is cash is king in Costa Rica. Cash is king to purchase a home here, meaning that there are currently really no Costa Rica banks that are going to lend mortgages to non-Costa Rica residents for the purchase of a home here, okay? So that means really you have to secure your financing in the US, in Canada, wherever you're from, and then bring that cash to Costa Rica for the purchase of a home here. How do you do that? Well, one of the best options we have going right now is a home equity line of credit, a HELOC. And that is a loan that the bank gives you, and it's collateralized by the equity that you have existing in one of your properties. Many of my US and Canadian clients do this. It's an especially great option right now because the interest rates in the United States especially are just so extremely low. So my clients are knowing that they can, you know, pay off this very low interest rate. That's what they're paying. But when they take the money down here, they're receiving rental income on an investment property if they so choose. And of course, the appreciation when they go to sell it, all that they believe will be greater, certainly than the rate that they're paying on the HELOC loan, right? So that's a really great option. Another great option, the selling of stocks. Many of my clients use that as an option. You can also leverage your stock portfolio. So there are some financial institutions that are willing to collateralize your stocks and loan you money based on the selected stocks that they're using as collateral. So that's another great option that my clients are using. Self-directed IRA, that is another relatively new product. A lot of my accounting clients are using this option because they're more familiar with it. You know, the government allows you in your IRA to redirect that, to self-direct that, and you can buy a real estate investment with those funds. And so many of my clients are buying real estate in Costa Rica with those funds. Now, a caveat here, 2 actually. 1, there is a lot of paperwork involved. So I recommend if you're going to be utilizing this option, go ahead and start researching it, start filling out some forms because the process takes a little while, and even before you come to Costa Rica, because then if you find something you love here, you're able to pull the trigger and move faster, right? The second caveat is you need to make sure you're using a professional company dedicated to self-directed IRAs. There are companies in Canada, or I'm sorry, in the US that do this. This is their business. And I just say that because you want to do it right, the right way. You don't want to do it the wrong way, because if you don't do it exactly the right way, you may be classified as withdrawing those funds early, right? And that means you could be taxed in some cases at 50%. So you want to make sure you're doing it the right way, using a professional company. I'm going to do a whole nother video just on self-directed IRAs because it's becoming so popular, and there's some more information we can share with you on that. Okay, so those are the methods that my clients use to abide by the cash is king rule here. Now, there are some exceptions to the cash is king rule here. What are those exceptions? Number 1, seller financing. So in some cases, a seller that's selling their home will consider financing a portion of the purchase. So in those scenarios, they require at least 50% down. So you need to make sure you're liquid for at least 50% of the purchase price. And only about 10% of our sellers are currently offering this. The terms of the loan are always negotiable between the buyer and the seller, but usually what that looks like is anywhere from a 5 to 7% interest rates. And then again, that's negotiable. And then the terms, or I'm sorry, the length of the loan would be anywhere from like 1 to 3 years is typical. I have seen it as many as 7 years before, but that's not typical. So that's certainly an option, and in those cases, you know, when the seller carries paper, that means they're going to be having a mortgage on the home here until you pay off the loan, right? Or they can hold it in trust. Those are the two options to secure that loan. We've always had success with it, never had a problem, knock on wood. So it's a really great avenue, especially for our buyers who know they're going to be liquid for the remaining amount in 1 to 2 years. For my clients who are selling a home in their country of origin, for my clients who are selling their business, they will sometimes engage in seller financing, and it's a great way to secure a home down here now. So that's an option. Another exception to the cash is king rule down here are private lenders, also known as hard money lenders. Those are people who are willing to provide a private loan because they're familiar with Costa Rica, with the real estate market, and so they're willing to basically give you a loan using the title of the property as collateral, again in mortgage or the form of trust. Again, those terms are negotiable, but another caveat here, they're high interest rates, okay? So this is really, I think, only a good solution when you're using it almost like as bridge financing and you don't have to carry the terms of the loan, you know, maybe past a year or two, right? But it's an option, certainly, that many of my clients have utilized. The third exception, the Scotiabank exception. So Scotiabank obviously has its origins in Canada, but it is now a multinational bank and financial institution, and it actually has offices in Costa Rica. So if you, in theory, if you have a relationship existing already with Scotiabank, you can request a mortgage loan from Scotiabank here to buy a property in Costa Rica. Another caveat here, while we've heard of this in theory, not a lot of clients have had success with this yet at this time. I don't know if it's due to COVID or just maybe the disconnect with Costa Rica, but it seems like those requests kind of linger in the banking universe, and so we've had some of our clients kind of try to go that route, but then ended up, because they were waiting, ended up using other forms of financing that we just talked about in order to purchase our home here. But I wanted to give you this option because this is your only viable option. You know, I say, and you have a relationship with Scotiabank, I say go for it. The only thing you can really lose is your, you know, time invested in requesting the application for the loan. So those are the exceptions to cash is king. One more thing I want to note is that there are no 1031 exchanges. I get that question a lot. I know you can do that in the United States, but that is not allowed if you sell a home in the United States to purchase a home in Costa Rica. The 1031 exchange does not transfer down here. Okay, I think that's everything. I hope this kind of increases your awareness and helps you prepare to purchase a home down here. Feel free to reach out to me directly. We have amazing agents located throughout Costa Rica, so we are here to help get you down here. Okay, so again, my name is Sarah Breitlander. You can reach us directly at 1-866-994-9163. Thank you, and Pura Vida.